So what did you miss on this year's Success Update Tour? Well, let's see. You gotta understand that first off, we're a family here. And what we first wanted to do was just kind of get to know where everybody's at. What are you doing right now? So everybody shared around the room what they're working on right now, what are their latest passions, and what they're accomplishing. And it was really fun to just hear all the updates that everybody was having personally. But we also went ahead and we update what we were gonna see on our trip. So of course, it wouldn't be a true Success Update Tour unless you rolled there in style. We got a chance to sit in our ultra luxurious coach bus. It was so awesome. Everybody really enjoyed it. We were all comfortable, and we got to share stories on the way in and trip up. One of the things that we did first was to stop at a lookout point where everybody got a chance to kind of look around in the area and see all the changes from an aerial perspective. People were blown away. Wow, I remember when this wasn't there. When did they add that? It was really good to see that entire vantage point. And from there, we went to lunch, and it was a lot of fun. We had all of our food already set up, pre-ordered, everybody grubbed. We had a great time. And next, we actually went to go look at the properties. We visited the solar capital of the world, and the changes were incredible. So imagine being able to see an area before it gets developed, before there's anything there, and coming back just a couple of years later and going, wow, look at all this development that's happened. And that's exactly what they were experiencing. So we stopped by one solar area, showed all the developments. Then we went over to another solar area where we started looking at some really big players like First Solar, the largest solar company in the world, and some of the projects that they had already put in place. Warren Buffett and the project that he put in place. At the time that Warren Buffett built his solar farm, it was the largest solar farm in the world. It is still the largest in America. So we visited that as well. And adjacent multi-billion-dollar developments that were now right against their property. And when we got to the property, people were able to stand on their property and other multi-billion-dollar developments that were already completed. So they could stand on both properties at the same time, and it just gave a really great feeling that, hey, I did the right thing, I made the right move. And to share that success with my friends and guests was something I just cannot explain the feeling of seeing them go, wow, this is incredible.
My name is Carolyn McCall, and I flew in from Charlotte, North Carolina today to go on a tour with Chris for RTA Land, and I had a wonderful time. I loved just being out with Chris in the group.
Thanks for inviting us out today. I learned an awful lot about properties, infrastructure, development, global acquisitions, but thank you for all that you've done and what you are continuing to do.
He estado con Christopher Meza aproximadamente 3-4 años. He visto el progreso y he visto los avances de las diferentes industrias que se han establecido en esta región.
Being that these investments now are within 1 mile of billion-dollar projects. This is phenomenal compared to the first day that I came out.
It's growing by leaps and bounds every month as it appears.
I've noticed there's even more solar farms going on, including one solar farm that's producing half of the energy for Stanford University.
En las cuales me puedan dar la oportunidad de retirarme temprano. El crecimiento de la inversión, no tan solo en las diferentes industrias que están enfocadas en esta región, se ha implementado tan rápido que me da la impresión de que las oportunidades que tomé 4 años atrás fueron las mejores oportunidades y la mejor inversión que yo pude hacer.
I've not been here in over a year, but I can see right now things are developing and they're growing every day.
So I invested in a multitude of areas, the 138 freeway, solar area, and also Foxfield corridor, but we mostly focused on the solar area.
So I have 2 properties that are in direct proportion to a significant increase.
We're well positioned with some really quality large projects that are within 1 mile, 2 miles, 3 miles of the locations that we've purchased.
The surrounding area is where there are improvement in the construction and or the development is happening.
Invest near a project that Warren Buffett is involved in.
The good thing about this is, in buying land, you buy land because they're not making any more of it.
And I'm very pleased that I came out and participated in this effort. I highly recommend that other people take the tour and look at where their investments have progressed to.
The education that Chris provided gave me a lot of knowledge and made me comfortable in doing the type of investments that I'm involved in.
I definitely would recommend this to anyone that has access to a small amount of money to get started.
I had a wonderful time. The food was good, and I recommend that everybody come out and do the trip once with Chris.
Gracias por la oportunidad y gracias por invitarme.
It's been a great way to spend a Sunday afternoon.
Also, the bus ride to and from, we got a chance to really get some key education going. A lot of great questions were asked, not just about real estate, but also what is the state of the stock market? What can you do to protect yourself? What type of assets perform when markets are declining or when markets are doing well?
Honestly, for me, I think education is the most important thing. And while we are the oldest land investment company in California, I actually think it's even more important that we're the leading educators. And Christopher Meza, our keynote speaker, is recognized by Forbes as the world leading expert in pre-developed real estate. So if you were to talk to anybody and learn about land, it would definitely be him.
So it was just a phenomenal day filled with a lot of experience, a lot of fun, a lot of education, and last but not least, a lot of success. So to all of you out there watching this, I wish you the best of success. And to all the guests and clients that were a part of this that made it happen, thank you, because without your success, we wouldn't have the Success Update Tour. Till next time.